Hello everyone, and welcome to your weekly flags recap. Sorry it was a little late. I had to go through a lot of videos because somebody was really busy. So let's get started. First, the disclaimer. Now, I'm going to credit mostly AphetorousBull, a little bit of bangfiz, and some Hatred42 for coming up with this disclaimer as I'm about to state it. Disclaimer. The videos mentioned in this vlog are in no way endorsed nor promoted by me or this channel unless specifically stated otherwise. All videos are mentioned for the sole purpose of promoting free speech and reducing censorship through flagging. Generally speaking, this channel advocates response videos and discussion as a responsible substitute for flagging videos that offend you. Poor ideas are best combated with intellectual discourse and not malicious censorship. It is the contention of this series that knowing and understanding flagging behavior throughout the total YouTube community is an important aspect of promoting flagging to only those videos that truly warrant flagging in order to stop a pandemic of false flagging censorship and point out flaws in the YouTube flagging system. Please be a responsible viewer and avoid malicious censorship through flagging. This series reports any and all flags regardless of personal bias in a clinical fashion and attempts to be non-judgmental where appropriate. Unless expressly stated by me, I in no way agree or disagree with the legitimacy of individual flags reported here. As always, thank you in advance for your understanding and support. Now, how long into this video did I have to go to get all that out? So, I'm probably going to put that like as an annotation in future ones. That's pretty long. Wow. I'm like a quarter into my due. Shitballs. Anyways, a little meta-analysis. We had nothing from the gaming community or the RadFemRA community this week, but the great debate community of atheists and theists pretty much took up all the slack. So let's start. Flag of the week. Brett Keane was terminated on his Keanevlogs channel. And what is very landmark in this termination is that he had all of his videos protected by self-rating them in a YouTube show. This is something that you can only do as a partner, and it does protect you to a certain extent from many of the different flags that you might receive. But somebody found a way around it, and I have received videos sent to me that were unlisted and sent to me where people showed themselves flagging his channel. And I saw the specific things that they were doing, but they were pretty much just doing it every which way they could. So Brett Keane made a video and sent it around to a whole bunch of people on Skype, and I was one of those people. And then HappyCabbie took the video and made like a preamble to it. So I'm going to give you the original unedited Brett Keane video that's on William George's channel, and I'm going to give you the HappyCabbie version as well. Both are important to the history of what happened this week. But a little side note, I really do feel like what happened to Brett Keane probably had a lot to do with what HappyCabbie was doing. The last time Brett Keane got flagged on the Keanevlogs channel, when one flag just happened to get through on a network partner for the first time that I had ever seen, it was in the wake of the fight between HappyCabbie and Richard Coughlin. So now HappyCabbie starts a fight with, say, every software pirate on YouTube, and then the dust settles, and who is the worst for the wear here? Brett Keane. So, yeah, HappyCabbie called for Flag Week. I'll leave a link below. Also, in the links is a list of, at this time, I think it's 415 different channels that he says that he flagged down. Now, his stated goal, was 3,000. So he didn't make the goal, but understandably, he was a little slowed down by the reaction he was receiving. Click on all of the videos where I'm linking to, where he gave basically tutorials on how to take down a scam channel, how to take down a porn channel, how to take down a spam channel. But what you're not going to be able to see is his video called Flagging Down a Software Pirate Channel, because his video got taken down for bullying. There's a link to where the video was. If any of you watched it, you can see in your history where that one video is kind of like deleted video and you can't see it anymore. And yes, it was HappyCabbie's video that got taken down, which is strange because I was under the assumption that HappyCabbie had some sort of writ saying that he could go around flagging all of the stuff, and he didn't have to do captchas and stuff. And I thought maybe he had been part of that YouTube deputy program. I'll leave you a link to the deputy program. And I'm also going to leave you links to my reaction video from earlier this week, to the whole Flags Week concept, Edible Napalm, Napalm the Phoenix, Napalm Strikes Back, whatever napalm he's on now. He made 2 videos about his reaction to it, and also Robert Wallace, Hatred42, made a nice video. So I'll leave you links to all of those. And talking about HappyCabbie actually takes up longer than my long-ass preamble. stonedcommander made a video about the drama in the wake of Brett Keane losing his channel. I saw it because I saw HappyCabbie's Twitter shout-out of it, and it is kind of funny. Outside of that drama, we have GluteusInflammatus was flagged, and he announced it on his GluteusInflammatus channel. The video was about Ran Campbell, but we're back into that drama because he actually suspects HappyCabbie and Brett Keane. And then we've got Captain Obvious 81's girlfriend was flagged. Now, the video where he announces this was actually a pretty good rant against flagging in and of itself, and I would have added it to this recap anyway, but in the middle of it, he announces that his girlfriend's channel got flagged. So, I don't know who his girlfriend is. Just saying, he reported it. I'm giving it to you guys. And finally, away from that drama cloud, we've got MrPhoobard, Phoobard1. He had 2 DMCA's in this past month from Mel Gibson. And when I say Mel Gibson, I don't mean like a sock account. I mean like he has a series called The Passion of Mel, and clips of a 10-year-old movie were in this series, and he got DMCA'd by Mel Gibson proper. Not sock account, not like troll. So, TheAncientScholar, somebody who is a very soft-stated, soft-spoken member of the great debate community, he thinks somebody's marking everyone's comments as spam, and I don't think so. I think that it's just people that have been commenting too much and haven't been filling in captchas or whatnot. But a way to tell if it's people flagging the comments as spam, or if Google is doing it before anybody ever sees the comment, is to check to see if the comment made it into your email inbox if you have your settings set to send you an email every time you get a comment. If they didn't ever get posted to your email, then they were stopped from anyone being able to view them as something that's not spam before anybody had the chance to hit that spam button. Next, we've got KultInTheMorning. He got flagged. Then we've got a strange one. This is Star of Sagittarius 1. And I'm going to leave you a link to the comments of the previous flag recap video. And in it, what I gather that Star of Sagittarius 1 is saying is that no matter what account they're logged in on, the uploads just aren't working right. So this is either a software problem on the computer or an IP ban. That's my best guess. But Star of Sagittarius 1 thinks that YouTube is putting a ban hammer down. Next, there was a mirror of a Dawn Exodus 2 video, which I'm not sure that it was flagged within this past week, but the mirror came up this past week. So I'm going to give you a link to it. Didn't have time to do the research to see how fresh the flagging was, but the mirror is fresh. Next, we've got Helton, who lost his Vaughnlive account. And somebody gloating made a video about it, and then that's how I found out. Then we've got IWannaBRaven, who was DMCA'd by Von Helton for using Von Helton's own words against Von Helton, because Von Helton does not like to have videos out about Von Helton at all. This is one of those things where if you make a video about certain people and you know that 100 other people have gotten flagged, then maybe you should leave that subject alone, unless you really feel like going after it, or maybe put it on a sock account. Lastly, in the Great Debate community, we have CultofDusty, who lost his AdSense on his website because AdSense did not want to be associated with the atheistic / anti-theistic statements that were being made on that website. Yeah, and yet Google AdSense ads are on so many other channels. They're at so many other websites that are so worse. He made a video explaining it. He kind of shills for his t-shirts. And some people agree with it, some people don't. But, ads. They pay for all the charity that I give to all these little charity things that pop up. They used to be in Blog TV, but now Blog TV is no more. On to the commentary community. Zelp16 got a personal info takedown warning, and the person that gave him that warning was not the person who was in the video for the most part. The person in the video most was Reverend Burns doing the man titty dance. And I guess the takedown warning was about a thumbnail, which we can't see anymore because he took the whole video down, then re-uploaded it with a different thumbnail. So I have no idea who was actually in the thumbnail. Then we've got Youngblood Fantasy 91. I'm reading very small print here. Flagged by Captain Recolor, and Captain Recolor admitted it. In the pro wrestling community, we've got the Brad Rules, who 2 weeks ago he was flagged and got his second strike, and he finally was able to get into the Brad Rules account and make a video sending people over to the Brad Rants account. Then in the racial commentary community, we've got Queen Ifama Uchafuna, who made a video about her flag, and she's like in really good spirits. Like, she is not letting it phase her at all. If you want to see a good example of how to take this when it happens to you, take it in stride, I'd say watch that video. Now we get on to the wrong side of YouTube. This is the inappropriate category. Here we go. Sebastian Michaelis, who I was very surprised turned out to be a girl, was flagged for Japornimation, and you heard me right. So this is a girl who's very concerned that the Japornimation was taken down because she's got a lot of friends who are guys that really like the yayo, and it's unique, the whole gender issue there that I'm having. In the interesting category, and I'm sorry, the yayo that I saw in investigating that was just disturbing. Don't click on anything that I labeled Japornimation. Okay? Because you start going down that rabbit hole, and, tentacle porn. No. So, in the interesting category, VGuard212, he made a video, and he basically cloned himself in the video by, like, making two different videos, and he's on one side of the camera for one half of it, and then he's on the other side for the other, and he puts his hand down, and then it's himself, like, stabbing around his own hand, but, like, it's done with green screen, and he was never actually stabbing any fingers at all. It was a green screen trick, and it really should have been obvious, because it's either a trick or it's perfect identical twins who like to pretend that they're doing green screen. Anyways, because that knife play trick is something that YouTube wouldn't want anyone copying, it got flagged and it got taken down. So he put it back up, and there's a link. Christopher Cantwell got flagged for an energetic video about his feelings towards the NSA doing spying and wiretapping on U.S. citizens. And when I watched his video, I felt like it had all the dynamics of a Nirvana song, where it's like, it's really quiet and mellow for a while, and then it's really loud, and it's really quiet and mellow for a while. Yeah, he kind of switched gears really loud in that video. Dave J got flagged for a video teaching people how to clone marijuana. And some of you, when I said that, you are inexperienced with the whole science of cultivating marijuana. First of all, cloning is different for plants versus humans. Basically, you can take a clipping of a plant and put rooting compound, and it's not the same. It's not as big of a miracle to clone pot, okay? It happens every day. I live in Colorado and have many friends that do it all the time. The reason why they clone it is because if they risk getting another plant, that plant could be the wrong gender, because they don't want to have males and females in the same room. Because if they keep the males away, then they don't ruin the harvest, because the buds aren't like fertilized and shit. So, anyways, I think you want to keep all females. Could be wrong there, but that's my basic knowledge of it. And so what you do is you clip a leaf and you put rooting compound on it and you clone it. So he's teaching people how to do it with like potting soil and all this. And there's nothing magic about it. I know some of you like, cloning pot? Ah, you can clone pot? No, it's... Anyways. The next one is a video that I'm going to add to the interesting category, because there are some people on YouTube who will defend their videos by saying that they have their own videos age restricted. Now, problem is, if you are somebody who started a YouTube account and can't figure out how to log out, and you put in the age of an underage person, it might have been the correct age, but there are ways to get around the age restriction on a video that only people who are underage and answered honestly would ever have to look for. And so, yeah, I guess as an adult you wouldn't know that they can actually get around the age restriction pretty easily. Basically, keeping the alphanumeric part of the URL of the video together, you would erase from the beginning of watch all the way to the equal sign and replace all of that with /v/. So it'd be youtube.com/v/ and then the alphanumeric code. And that plays in full screen any video, regardless of whether you don't meet the age restriction requirements or not. It's an exploit. And there's a video pointing to that exploit that only kids who need to use that exploit would really know about. And there's a whole bunch of people saying, oh, well, I age restricted my video, so it's okay for me to have it on YouTube. Well, it's not stopping anyone. Little kids are resourceful. Flag watch. I'm just going to say, because of this week's happenings, anybody who comes up on HappyCabbie's radar, and I'm just going to put a link to his Google list again, because it's easier that way. Anybody that shows up on his list, I'm saying they're being targeted for spam or porn or whatever he's targeting them for this day, because he's changing flavors like Baskin-Robbins. And then all the rest, and a whole bunch of links to anti-false flagging censorship stuff. This has been the Flags Recap of the Week. Please try to keep yourself from doing things that when you later get a conscience and realize that you value free speech, that you're going to regret. Keep yourself from doing those things, like flagging someone just because your butt hurt. And have a nice week until the next recap.